Hi. um, okay, so again, I found myself watching a terrible video. Oh my god, this one was so bad. I couldn't even listen any further. I don't remember how long I got into it, but the video itself was 13 minutes and 32 seconds long. And the content of said video surrounded around a woman's opinion on other women who have tattoos. And she's doing this from the standpoint of being like a dating coach for the guys. I I don't know. It's the only one and only video I've seen, and I'm sure it's in my algorithm simply because of the tattoo. Anyways, um, she goes on to completely bash and destroy the personality of women with tattoos. And while she's doing this, she's throwing in sexual innuendos to just make everybody aware, I guess, that she's a real, guy's kind of content creator. I don't know. Just appalling in my opinion. Anyways, um I could not see a single tattoo on this woman. And I guess it's possible you may not see it. For instance, you probably have no clue that I have this side of my head all the way down the back of my neck completely tattooed. Picture. It's possible. I can see where you can't judge a book by its cover, so to speak. So that's not what I'm doing. However, I'm going down the comments, and every single one of them is just reiterating her garbage and adding to it on how basically any woman with a tattoo is a shitty human being. They're a whore, they're substance abusers, they're evil, they're blah 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 blah. Number one, what the fuck does any of this shit have to do with gender in particular? I'd like to know. Because as a tattoo person, do your personality traits change based on whether you're a tattooed female or a tattooed male or a tattooed other? I'm trying to be inclusive, not an obtuse a-hole about it. In case anybody, anyways, back to gender. I'm specifically saying male and female because that's what was in the video. But she starts off too by saying, "Oh, I'm not judging. There's some good people too." But I guess maybe I should have waited and got to the end of the video before I bashed this part, but I couldn't do it. She just made me want to vomit. But where do you say green flags? Like it's a completely ridiculous and pointless thing to compare somebody on. My thoughts are, if you don't like tattoos, don't date a tattooed person. Just throwing that out there. Also, just because you don't like tattoos doesn't mean your opinion is somehow superior over those who do have tattoos. So can that shit too. Everybody's a human being, and you shouldn't be judging anybody or applying personality traits to anybody's physical appearance. I say that knowing full well that as soon as you see somebody, you're subconsciously judging a person. So, like, I'm not saying to be a fucking robot. I'm just saying use some common sense and stop reducing people to stereotypes and pick me bullshit. I don't care what that woman said. What's the difference if a man has a tattoo? For real. What's the difference? Tell me. Put a comment. Argue with me. I don't care. I want to know. I don't understand people. I don't understand this kind of content. Immediately after my algorithm put in a video about tattoos, like it just came out today, so it's new. I love how this happens. Synergy in my life. It's great. Anyways, he was talking about why you should not do tattoos from a religious, I don't know if religious is the right word, but from a Jewish standpoint. And I mean, it kind of makes sense because your body is definitely something special. He was going on about, well, this is what I really liked about this video. He was going on about how when you're making a cut, because the specific reference in scripture that he was quoting talked about making specific cuts to the soul, I think it said. So he was making the correlation where, like, when you are cutting your body, whether you're doing it for art by little punctures, that's still kind of the same thing. Like, you know, anything that you do to your body that's altering it, that's causing harm to it, I guess, is considered like a cut to your soul because they're connected. And he was just talking about some really interesting stuff. So, like, from that standpoint, I do understand that. But then he kind of went on and he hammered a little too hard about how the body's not actually yours, it's God's. And I don't know. He also said that a tattoo is basically defacing the gift that is your body that you've been given to have use of from God. And I don't know, because for me and my tattoo, it's definitely something that anchors me more to what I consider God. I know that can be subjective. Lots of people worship questionable things that they call God. I don't have a name for it yet because we're still learning each other, me and the divine. There's a whole big thing about that. My whole life is an experiment in a different way. I've gone a different path than most people. So, anyways, coming back to tattoos and whatnot, I just would say leave people alone if you don't like them. Shut your fucking mouth if you don't like them, and go find a hobby. Go find something constructive to do with your time. Go spread good things instead of propagating further division between people. It's just a very sad hobby that you have. That's all.